All right, what's up, everybody? It is Dudes Missing the Mark. We got Mark, Jay, and Cody. Today's episode, we have a full, partial Week 4 recap of all the NFL games, and do a little preview in the next week. But we're also going to do some Ryder Cup, some NBA talk, and some MLB playoffs. So if you're not too much into football, but you like other stuff, stick around. We are Rangers fans, we are Mavericks fans, and we are USA fans, just to set that up for you. But before we get going, shout out to our sponsor, Shiner Bach, Shiner Beer, made in Texas for Texans since 1909. All right, dance break. All right, here we go. Well, happy Sunday, boys. It was a great Sunday. Except USA lost the Ryder Cup, but the Cowboys are back, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, the Cowboys, they look awesome if their defense scores at least 14 points. That's all they
15.
I said
15.
at I said
Most
at least
important part.
14.
Yeah,
But
Jay, pay attention.
it did take some of the sting out of the Ryder Cup. I do you want to do that? You want to save the Ryder Cup thoughts for the end, or
Yeah,
you
I
want
mean, it's going to be a 2 to 3 minute conversation, Cody. So go ahead, kick it
okay?
off.
All right, so just to get out of the way, USA has not won in Europe in 30 years, and it's going to be at least 34 years the next time they play because they got their heinies absolutely smoked in Rome. Mark was trying to do the math there. It's 34, Mark, because we play in America in 2 years.
I
So
thought
then
you
there's
were, yeah, I thought you were saying it was going to be 34 more years.
no, no.
So I was like, they're not going to play the Ryder Cup in Europe again for
It's
34 more years.
no, it's going to be at least the earliest we can win is 34 more years or
Got it.
34
Got it.
years.
Got it.
Um,
It's all
USA
speculating.
just absolutely came out late a dud. Max Homa though came in looking good and was the USA's best player. World number one Scotty Scheffler didn't win a single match. First time that's ever happened since they've kept the world rankings. Number one player has not won a single match at the Ryder Cup. Victor Hovland might be the best player in the world. He's awesome. He's amazing. He's absolutely torching the U.S. Just everything he touches turns to gold now. Um,
Including polo
including
shirts.
his polos, maybe gold. Doesn't matter. He can rock whatever ugly clothes that he wants because he might be the best golf player on the planet. And USA's got to figure some stuff out. There's some team turmoil coming out. Have you heard any of that, Mark?
I heard somebody, is it Patrick Cantley, who's upset that they're not getting paid?
Yeah, Patrick Cantlay and Xander Schauffele, neither of them went to the training because they were having Patrick Cantlay's bachelor party, and that just couldn't hold off on that. So that neither of them went to the Ryder Cup practice. Um, Neither of them like came over early or anything. They both seem like they should want to get paid. Xander Schauffele's dad pretty much said that Xander wanted to get paid for being on the Ryder Cup team. And they Patrick Cantlay, now I'll give it to Patrick Cantlay. He came out and played well. Xander Schauffele was just absolutely miserable the whole tournament. And we'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what the USA team looks like next Ryder Cup.
Why don't they get paid? Who is keeping this money from the Ryder Cup to all the TV stuff? Because I'm an American. If they represent America, then I would like some of that money. Just for, like, I'm talking about me personally. If, like, where does it go?
So 20%, like they have different. So USA Golf is weird. They have the PGA Tour, the PGA of America, and then they have the golf, the like National Golf Association or something. So they all take a little cut. The PGA Tour, they put that money into the pension for the retired players, and that's where the money that would go to the current players, that's where that money goes.
So they want to take money out of retired players'
And put it
pockets,
in their hand.
basically. Okay.
Essentially, yeah. It's not a good look, whatever it is. You don't get paid to go play in the Olympics. You don't get paid.
Yep.
I don't. I mean, I will. The World Cup soccer teams do get paid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Like I don't have a full breakdown on who representing the U.S. gets paid, but it's not a great look when you're bitching about it on national TV. So
Yeah. Also, just don't play, right? Like you don't
well,
have to. He could opt out, right?
yeah, the Americans didn't play, so one could argue
Oh,
that they
okay. They
didn't.
didn't show
Yeah,
up. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So what was Scotty's excuse then? Was he didn't go to the bachelor party? He's not bitching about being paid. He just sucked.
Gotti just sucked. He can't make a putt.
Got it.
Honestly, at this point, you or me and maybe even Jay might have a better chance of making a putt than Scotty Scheffler at the
I'm
moment.
pretty I'm pretty bad at putting, so that's quite that's quite an insult.
You can count me out on that too.
Yeah.
he's
So
he's he's just not making any putts, and the rest of the team didn't provide cover. But Max
got it.
Homa, our boy, the boy,
Homosexuals. We are
he
homosexuals.
he showed up. He
Yes,
went
Jay?
3-0-1.
That's what they call them. That's what they call fans of Max Homa.
No, there's no way.
Google it. Homosexuals.
Mark, this is something you're trying to have people catch on to.
If you Google it, there's a fan club for sure everywhere.
I'm not putting that on my Google search.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So, all right. Well, America sucks. I guess we'll all have to move to Europe. Kevin, I feel like was rooting for Europe there, so we're not allowed to talk to him for a little bit, but
Hey,
regardless.
but America sucks, but America's team, baby, came back.
Them Dallas Cowboys,
Yes, sir.
38-3. We whooped up on a top 5 draft pick. Most likely I was gonna say New Orleans Patriots, whatever. New England Patriots. Mac Jones is terrible. I have a question for you guys after I get your initial thoughts on this, but I just want to tease it out there. It's about Bill Belichick. Jay, feeling good?
I am feeling good. Okay. Better. I'm feeling better.
Better.
I mean, Cowboys, yes. We do still have some struggles. We cannot not bring light to that as well. But hey, Deron Bland looking like a great fill-in.
Hey.
Did not stress at all about that.
Dion Bland is what some people are calling him.
Hey, I like that. We got Vander Esch making a fumble 6.
Yep.
Did you ever think that was going to come out of our mouths this year? Not at all. Yeah, I feel pretty good. How about y'all? Do y'all feel better about your boys 1 week after a terrible loss?
Oh, he shaking his head already.
You don't feel any better?
Cody?
How do you
What's
not
up?
feel any better? Come on.
Okay, are y'all ready to have the water poured on top of your head?
I'm ready.
Optimism? Okay.
Hey, do you want me to go first then?
If you're gonna bring up the red zone issues, okay, I'm with you. But go ahead.
Can I go first, Cody? Then, because I feel like this is going to be like a rant.
It's not gonna be a super rant, but yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
I don't care about this game. I barely watched this game, to be honest. I had Red Zone on one TV. I had this game on mute, and I watched more Red Zone because it's the Patriots. I think they're a dumpster fire, personally. So it's honestly they might be worse than the Cardinals. Cody, your turn.
If you had told me out of the first 4 games we were going to go 3-1, and I looked at our first 4 games, I'd be like, okay, we probably lost to the Jets, but we at least whooped up on the teams that we were supposed to beat, and we're 3-1, and the offense has yet to do anything whatsoever, and we have not. We're 3. If you told me before the season we were 3-1, I would have thought, oh, Aaron Rodgers balled out for the Jets. Mm-hmm. He didn't play for the Jets. We beat the Jets. We lost to a Arizona Cardinals team that came back down to earth mightily this week, and then we have beat a New England team because Mac Jones kept throwing the ball to us and kept giving us the ball. Defense kept scoring easy points. You cannot come away from this game thinking, "Oh, we figured it out," because our offense is still garbage, and Dak Prescott is still not playing well. I don't know what to do. Our defense is good. Our special teams good. Offense is terrible, and offense wins championships in this league. Don't tell me we are not about to be the 2001 Baltimore Ravens or whatever year that was. We're not about to be the 86 Bears. We need
85.
our offense to go. Sure, that too.
He's
All
also
the Bears.
2000 Ravens. I just want to throw that one in there. You're just a
Okay.
year,
I'm a year,
you're late on
in
both.
advance.
Yeah.
All right. So 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens. We need our offense to show up. Dak needs to play better. And when we're going to start getting into the tough games of our schedule, and we're going to know more about this team soon. But right now, didn't change my opinion about them whatsoever.
I'm not too far off on you one bit. Look, I mean, we're getting Ferguson more involved. Gallup is looking better and better. I feel like our run game,
why we're throwing to Ferguson, Jay?
because Shoemaker can't catch. Is that one?
No, because he's the tight end, and Dak can't complete to his wide receivers, so he just dumps it off to the tight end. He was like that with Witten, he was like that with Schultz, and now he's like that with freaking Jake Ferguson. All you have to do is be a Dallas Cowboys tight end, and he's going to dump it off to you because you can't throw him more than 15 yards downfield.
Look, we did what we needed to do against this Patriots team. Let's be talk about the real thing. Last week we were out 2 offensive linemen, Zach Martin. Who else was out? Our center, Baez, and so even Tyrone Smith is out still. So I mean, last week our O-line was atrocious. I get it. Our offense was terrible, but this week they showed back up. We got it rolling. I'm more positive than you two.
No,
2 things.
Dak Prescott is Kirk Cousins with better social media presence. But go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, better vibes.
Better agent.
Better agent. That's good way of saying that. Way to be political. Jay, first of all, it's Tyler Biadasz.
I never
also pronounced
right.
badass. It's also Tyron, not Tyrone or whatever you said, Smith there. So I just want to correct those. I don't. This game means nothing to me. This game is a throwaway game. And honestly, Josh Dobbs is better than Mac Jones. Like, I think. Here's the question. I was going to ask you guys. I want Jay to answer this first because Cody is always longer winded, but more in depth. How about that? Political. Is Bill Belichick on the hot seat?
That's a valid question.
No.
Oh, okay.
I want to say no because the defense for the Patriots has been nothing but consistent. I feel like he's a pretty
what?
What? I feel like he's got some
gave up.
Look, yeah, but that was
no. They didn't give up 38 points.
True. 15 of them. Yeah.
Come on. So like, with all these errors that Mac Jones is making, can you really put that on Belichick?
Dude,
yes.
Drafted him.
I feel like yes. So yes, Mark, he's in the hot seat.
No,
come to the Cowboys, Bill.
Absolutely not. He could not win a game for the next 5 years, and he's not going anywhere. Come on, dude. Yeah. What are we talking about? The San Antonio Spurs just got the number 1 draft pick in the NBA draft. You think Greg Popovich was on the hot seat while they were doing it? No. They're waiting until they get a quarterback. The Robert Kraft knows that you need a good quarterback to win. He also knows Mac Jones ain't it. And guess what? When they were selecting in the draft, Mac Jones was the best available quarterback when they selected. So it's not like they missed out on somebody. They just happened to have Mac Jones. Not only that, they went to the playoffs 2 years ago. 2 years ago with Mac Jones on a rookie as a rookie. So don't give me hot seat, Bill Belichick. Get out of here, Mark.
It was just a question, Cody. You don't have to be so angry. Is he? How about this? Does he want Caleb Williams?
Yes, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody in the league.
That's fair. Okay.
If everybody in the league who doesn't have a top 5 quarterback wants Caleb Williams.
All right. Well, let's talk about 2 top 5 quarterbacks then. And by far the game of the day, which happened to be at noon, which is stupid. They should have flexed this game to literally any other time other than noon when there's 9 other games on. But Uh, the Dolphins and the Bills, Cody. I would like to give the Bills the best win of the week. I think they've been playing pissed since week 1 and they lost to the Jets. And the Dolphins unfortunately scored all of their points last week. But I'm not. This doesn't tell me anything about the Dolphins. This tells me everything about the Bills. Them boys are pissed. They're playing like it.
I'm not going to get drawn in. I think the Bills have done this before. They have played great regular season games, and then they flame out in the playoffs. I didn't learn anything about either team.
We're still in the regular season. I just want to remind you of that. Okay, you can't
I
you
I
can't say
understand.
you're gonna say like the Cowboys are gonna be great in the regular season and then the playoffs. Like Cody, how about you just live today? How do you feel today?
Today, I feel like I learned nothing about either team. I don't think that. I
Okay.
don't think that. I don't. I'm not hopping off the Dolphins bandwagon. I still think that they're
Okay.
going to be awesome. I think the Bills, if Josh Allen comes out and plays like the second best or sometimes even the best quarterback in the NFL, if sometimes when he comes out and plays like that, yeah, the Bills are hard to beat. Josh Allen's not consistent, and so yes, this week he was awesome. Let's see and let's see if he can keep it up. If he's playing like this come week 17, Bills, I will be riding so hard for the Bills, and I will predict them to be Super Bowl champs. But he's not consistent enough. So
Look, I think Josh Allen came out on a mission. He threw 4 touchdowns, 320 yards, I think it was. Look, the rushing game, your leading rusher was Latavius Murray with 32 yards. Like Josh Allen said, "Give me the ball. I want the ball." And here you go, Stephon Diggs. You're my guy. You're gonna make stuff happen, and he did. Diggs went out, scored a touchdown, was shaking beers in the stands and everything. He
That was awesome.
he came in and they did the Bills way, and that is the Bills way. It's Allen to Diggs, and they threw it down their throats.
Whew, sounds so aggressive when you say it like that.
threw it down their throats,
Threw
baby.
it down their
Threw
throats.
it.
My goodness.
I tell you what. Okay, Mark, you kind of gave your thoughts. Do you do you think the Dolphins or the Bills are going to win the AFC East?
The East, I don't know. Probably the Bills, but then the Dolphins will be like a game behind, or they'll have a tiebreaker or something. I think they're both 12-win teams at minimum.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, I still think the Dolphins are going to end up being the best team in the AFC East, but I can see after this game thinking, okay, yeah, they both are good, and I never have thought that. I thought the Bills were slightly overrated, but that's
I I
fair.
do I do think the Bills will be more consistent in the regular season. I think the Dolphins are going to have games where they score 20 points and games that they score, 40 points. And they're kind of going to be like up and down a little bit more. The Bills will just be more consistent, in my opinion. But
I mean, what happened to the Dolphins in the second half? I mean, they just pretty much got stymied, you know?
they scored 70 points last week. So
They got tired.
they're
They got
tired.
tired.
Like all the extra running that they had to do. So they were just tired. And look,
Yeah.
if I understand, I jumped on the bandwagon. I picked the Dolphins. Like it probably is not very smart to pick a team who just scored 70 points who is then going to go play a top 3 team in that conference who's pissed. Like we probably all should have seen this game coming, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
you're right.
but one thing I didn't see coming that is surprising to me a little bit is the Cincinnati Bengals. Jay, what's wrong with the Bengals?
They suck.
Who day?
What is it? What they suck? Is it Burrow's calf still? I mean, Higgins went out this game as well. They just can't get anything going. Nothing.
I think it comes down to a few things. There's a talent that's gone out of the door and through free agency and through injuries. I think Joe Burrows has is just not he's not driving the ball downfield. I think that his calf is still bothering him, and I don't think he can plant and drive the ball up the field. And so that's just limiting the what the offense can do. Um, And so when you have a talent deficit that you haven't made up, and then you have a quarterback who can't drive the ball down the field, this is the team that you end up being. You you are the New York Giants when you have a talent deficit and you have a quarterback who can't throw the ball down the field. That's what
That's
you are.
a little bit rude to put him in there, but I understand he's hurt and all of that. So
Yeah.
I will allow that right now.
Even
So
with a bum calf, he only got sacked 3 times.
yeah, which is crazy. So then are y'all taking out? Are you benching Joe Burrow for health reasons to get healthy and letting Jake Browning take a shot at winning like one out of the next 2 games and then praying Joe can kind of lead you to that wild card spot?
I mean, I feel like you've got to give your season a chance. You have like at least 1 week, at
But
least.
it's Jake Browning.
I know.
Do you know
it
who
is.
he is, Jay?
Look, but like if
Have you ever heard his
extend this
name before?
out- no, I have not heard his name.
Should
before.
they sign Colin Kaepernick?
No, not for like 1 or 2 weeks. No, it's not. No, you
Okay.
need to let this guy
For the
heal.
season.
They should
You
sign
see-
RG3.
You sign RG3. You coax Philip Rivers out of retirement. Something for 2 weeks. Got it.
No, I am actually the opposite. I think you have to keep riding Joe, even if your season goes down in flames. Like that's just like you ride your guy. You ride your guy, and if
Okay.
he's healthy enough to go out there and he says that he wants to play, you're just if you don't play him, you're just developing ill will. And yeah, this may be a lost season. Next season he comes back healthy, comes back strong, and you have a better team. So I don't think you can do that. Not of a quarterback of his stature.
What contracts are coming up for this team, this young team?
Well, Higgins, they've already said they're not going to sign him long term, which I don't.
So
That was a report at least. But I mean, Boyd's coming up. Jamar is coming up. They need offensive line help. Mixon is probably not going to be back whenever his contract ends. I mean, they got a few guys there, but
it's just so unfortunate that this is happening this year for them.
yeah.
Can
Anything
we-
about the Titans? No.
Oh, Derrick Henry, welcome back.
122. Okay.
122.
Ryan Tannehill, elite.
It's so weird.
No. Okay.
It's so weird. I know. He's like hot or cold, freaking Tannehill.
What I will say is this is an important game. My best win of the week. This is an important win for the Titans because my best win of the week was actually the Houston Texans beating
Bro.
down the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What? That's
Beating-
mine.
Beating them down, and now everybody in that conference is 2-2. And honestly, would it surprise you that if the Texans win the division at this point, like the way they're playing, the
No.
way CJ Stroud is playing, like
Yeah.
holy crap, that's my best win of the week, and that's why it was important for the Titans to win this game because the Texans are coming.
Texans are coming. Like Nico Collins is a thing for sure. They've got some chemistry there. Tank Dell, he showed up the week before. Damian Pierce is trying to get rolling. I think their offensive line is getting healthier.
Tunsil didn't even play.
Yeah. So like they're still missing some pieces on that offensive line. Check this out though. CJ Stroud, 0 interceptions on the
Very
year.
impressive.
Unbelievable. 2 fumbles, but 0 interceptions. So like,
And I mean,
that is impressive.
He's not only that, Jay, he's averaging over 300 yards per game, and he's in some elite company with that, like guys like Drew Brees starting out their career. So CJ Stroud might be the truth, and I gotta tell you, I mean, the rest of the AFC South. I mean, we thought that it was the Jaguars for the taking. I'm starting to look at the Texans real hard. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. I don't disagree as much as I hate Houston in general. I definitely don't have the same hate for the Texans as I do for like the Astros or the Rockets.
Right.
But CJ Stroud is good, and I actually thought he would be good. I thought he'd be better potentially than Bryce Young. And I think if you remember, Cody, during draft, I was like, I would draft CJ Stroud for the Cowboys. So I just want that on record. Also, I will deny it if he ends up sucking. But
Of course
that's
you
just
will.
that's what I do for everything. So don't worry about it. But no, they look good. I don't know anything about D'Amico Ryans as a coach. I know he was a heck of a linebacker there, and he
He
seems
was
to.
I was going to say he was a great defensive coordinator in the 49ers. I think it was a
Yeah,
great hire by them. So
and he had a overall. I mean, 49ers are, I would say, maybe the most well-run organization right now, from like front office down to coaching staff, right? With Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch running the show. They don't have any rings yet, so I mean, you can't really say they're the absolute best. You still got to give that to the Chiefs, I think. But Nico Collins, 7 for 168. Like, watch out.
Yeah.
But they are on my teams to look out for.
You need to look out because you need to look at their schedule. Okay. Next 3 games. Let's just say 4. Falcons, Saints, Panthers, Bucks.
Oh my God, those are all
wow.
winnable. Well, now the Bucks are very good.
That's the weird
Very
one. I
good.
know.
Very good, Mark.
They are 3-1. They have the same record as the Dallas Cowboys.
Who and I agree that they do have the same record. Yes. Are they
Okay,
very
thank you.
good?
Thank you. That's it. That's the end of the sentence, Cody.
They beat a New Orleans team without their starting quarterback. Not that Derek Carr has been much of a savior for the New Orleans Saints, but
He's hurt too. He's hurt.
yeah, I don't know if I'm putting the Bucks in very good category yet, but
Well, that's why it's my opinion, not yours, Cody.
Would I never thought I'd say this, but Baker looks good.
This is what Baker does, though, Jay. He
Baker looked
reels
good.
you in the first 4 to 6 games. You're like, man, this guy can play, and then he just implodes.
Well, he's doing it right now.
They have
in
a
the
good
next
defense as well.
3
I think it's helping. They haven't really played anybody, and the one team they did play was the Eagles, and they lost to them. So now the Eagles
that's
also
true.
haven't played anybody either. I think they're still overrated, and they had to take Washington to overtime. So
Well, according to the
what's your
QB, the quarterback rating, Baker is top 8.
Wow, top 8. So he's number 8.
He's number 8.
Okay. I
CJ
love when
Stroud right
people say
behind him at
top 8.
9.
I think we top 8. It's like, so he's 8. It's like,
Number
oh,
8.
I'm in the top 25. So you're number 25.
no, 24. But
24. Yeah. I'm in the
all
top
right.
16 and a half tied.
You brought up the Eagles Commanders game. That Ron Rivera gets my missing the mark for the week.
Uh-oh.
We're not going for 2.
For 2? I know,
oh
dude.
my gosh, dude.
Oh,
Like, come on. You are not favored to
have
win
to.
this game. You have to go for 2 because if you take it to overtime, you are going to lose.
On the road. They
On the
were
road.
at Philadelphia. If you're at home, okay, I understand it. I don't know, like, that's just kind of how it goes. If you're on the road, you take the chance. You go for 2, you take it. My cousin Sam Howell looked pretty damn good, has some nice runs there at the end of the game. Jalen Hurts and the tush push. I just hate them so much. Everything about them.
Well,
I hate Jason Kelsey. I hate AJ Brown. I hate Jalen Hurts. I hate Dallas Goedert. I hate their stupid coach, Nick Sirianni, who's like, basically, he was just too excited for winning a regular season week 4 game against the Washington Commanders. And I just can't stand. I can't stand them. I can't stand the city of Philadelphia. And if you're from Philadelphia and you're listening to this, I can't stand you.
Look, it's divisional. You can get excited over a divisional game. That's all I'm giving to them.
I don't care, Jay. Fire everybody. They should disband as a franchise.
The Commanders are a team that are going to put up a fight. They're going to look good, and then the record will not be. It'll be average or below average this year. Like,
yeah,
they show some skills, they show some talent, but they're just not going to be winners this year.
Does Nick Sirianni look like a guy who ordered cheesesteaks all the time and like has a real thick like northeastern accent? Like, hey, give me the cheesesteaks.
I don't know what kind of accent that was. That sounded like a mix between like Spanish, Chinese, and New York. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Hey, give me the cheesesteak, man.
That's better. Also, it's
just like
Philly.
picking
That's not how
cheese out of his beard.
Philly people talk. So
I don't know how Philly people talk. They say John. I know they say John because of Creed. Creed taught me how Philadelphians talk. That's
I
all I
think
know.
they say home too instead of home. Home.
Home.
Home. I don't know. Go eat your cheesesteaks and just be quiet. I can't
I hope
stand them.
I hope you choke on an onion.
Choke on an onion. Yeah. Just I don't know. They're garbage. So anyways, I'm not trying to gain any Philly listeners here for sure. Not that anybody from Philly is going to listen to this because we're a Cowboys podcast basically, but let's run through the rest of the games. We'll get a 10-second or less thoughts on each one of these. London game, Atlanta at quote Jacksonville. Jacksonville wins 27 or 23-7. Cody?
I only get 10 seconds to talk about this Toy Story animation. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that's all I'm going to talk about, so I'll add on to it.
Honestly, not that bad.
Pretty good.
I haven't shown the kids. I haven't shown the kids it yet. I want to try it out on Canyon. I'm assuming it's still going to be on like ESPN Plus or whatever that I can show them and see what he thinks. But honestly, from the clips I saw, looked pretty good.
I missed it.
I don't have ESPN Plus, but I do borrow somebody's Disney Plus account. And
Cody?
that was the only broadcast I had was the Toy Story game. So I watched about 15 minutes of it and I was like, this is kind of fun. Now I kind of know what's going on. And Alex said that the guys were weird looking, and that was it.
What I want to know is if they have like
Is
hour.
this part of the 10 seconds or are you?
Yes, this is part of the 10 seconds. Just
Okay.
real quick.
Okay. Yep.
Let me get this joke off. So if like they have an Alex Smith type injury or Dak Prescott type injury.
No.
Did they pull out like the beep wagon in the Toy Story?
Oh no.
Is it gonna be like the player like a toy loses their leg or like when
no.
Woody gets a cut in his arm and the second one or third one or whatever it was. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Oh man.
That would be funny actually. But
hey, I heard that.
Oh my god, are we still talking about this, Jay?
Well, Booger McFarland apparently made like Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca joke during the Toy Story.
That's fine. There's adult humor in cartoons that kids don't understand. Kids don't know what ayahuasca is, so
that
don't worry
is
about
true
it.
too. But it's just kind of funny.
All right. The Caleb Williams Bowl, the Broncos at the Bears. Jay.
Yeah.
Jay first.
No, I still got nothing. I didn't watch this. It's hard to watch the Bears these days. And this is just the worst of the worst. And I think it ended in that kind of fashion too. So
it really is just absolutely depressing. And I think that the Bears are trying to lose on purpose. Like not like the players are actively trying to lose on purpose. Not even the coaching staff or the organization. I think the players don't like Justin Fields. They feel like he threw the coaching staff under a bus, and they're just like, no, F you, man. We want Caleb Williams. We want somebody who can actually throw the football.
I think this was the funniest game. All like two really bad teams that have definitely not lived up to expectations. One gets up by a lot and they're like, oh, look at them, they're doing so well, and the other one's like down in the dumps, and then that team comes back to beat it's just so funny. I don't know, this told me nothing. They're both garbage. You're
not surprised by the comeback.
No, also the Bears defense is so bad, and silver lining though, they have the number 1 and 2 overall pick in the draft right now. So kudos to them. All right, a Chublish Deshaun Watson Browns lost 28-3 to the Ravens. Cody,
I'm feeling good about my Ravens.
This made you feel really good. I got it. Okay.
I can't believe it.
Dorian Thompson Robinson. Got it. Okay. Let's see. We already kind of talked about the Bucks and the Saints. Bucks are a wagon. Any objection?
Yes. Objection.
Oh, well, that's it. Overruled. We're gonna move on here. Minnesota got their first win. They beat the Panthers. Bryce Young, very short. He sucks. I can't believe I let Cody talk me into him being good this year.
I wanted to believe the training camp reports. He is terrible. Quick, if you could have Bryce Young or Zach Wilson, who are you taking to win a game tomorrow?
On their respective teams?
No, we'll say
who
we'll say we'll put them both on the Jets. Who are you starting tomorrow?
I'll take Bryce Young. I'll take my chances with Bryce Young.
just the variability of like maybe he's good and his team sucks and it just hasn't shown yet.
I think he has a much worse team around him than Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson has a pretty good team around him.
Zach Wilson looked good this week. Is he trying to trick us?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about that.
Hold on. Kirk Cousins like sucking, and then they end up with a win. This is just very odd.
That's what Minnesota is.
Freaking Minnesota.
They're terrible. They were so lucky last year.
I just real quick, I did watch part of this game because for some reason my left pinky toe is a Minnesota Vikings fan, and so I have to just like check in on them occasionally. And Bryce Young, besides the fact that he's terrible, he did not. His throws are very Peyton Manning, late career Peyton Manning-esque, just the wobble in them. So I'm a little concerned about Bryce Young. That's all. Okay. That's all I got there.
Got it. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Chargers beat the Aiden O'Connell Vegas Raiders. Just good job. Kudos.
Good job. I want to add my best performance of the week here, and I'm going with Khalil Mack, baby.
Oh.
6 sacks.
Oof, that's
6 sacks on Aiden O'Connell. Do you know how many sacks he had prior to this? 0.
Oh, that's a good day.
Do you know who leads the league in sacks?
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack tied for 6.
I mean, that's pretty good. If you just save them all, every 4 games you get 6 sacks, you're going to break a record. So
very funny events happen.
It's pretty wild.
Is there a bigger juxtaposition between Jimmy G, who might be the best looking like quarterback in the NFL, and then Aiden O'Connell, who is honestly he might be like, if he was on this podcast, he might be the 4th ugliest person on this podcast.
He looks like a truck driver that just lost 90 pounds. Or like I likened him in the text group to he looks like the Super Troopers and Beer Fest guy.
Oh, yeah.
He does, and he really does. Like, that was a great
he looks exactly like, I was looking at him on the sideline. Who does he remind me of? And then landfill came to my mind, and I don't want something Farva. I know that's not his name in there, but
Super Troopers.
Yeah, it's Super Troopers, but that's who he is, and it's I don't know. He's not even their backup either. I think they have Brian Hoyer.
Well, I just want to tell you, that's your best take of the year, by the way. That was the best comparison, best take of the whole year. Made me laugh out loud when I saw it. So congratulations, Mark.
All right. You remember this for the end of the year awards. Thank you.
I will.
We don't really need to talk about the 49ers beating the Cardinals. Jay kind of talked about it, but the Zach Wilson looked good for the Jets when they lost to Kansas City. I will note that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and Blake Lively were at this game, and those are the only famous people that attended. So that was pretty cool.
Can we just like give a slight mention of the memes that were coming out of this game for like like Travis Kelce looking up in the stands for Taylor Swift and Zach Wilson looking up in the stands for Donna Kelsey is just
Yep. Pretty
is
good.
very funny.
It was pretty good.
That's the only one I heard of. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very funny. I Zach Wilson can't help himself, right? Like he has his best game of his career and he botches a snap and turns the
Yeah.
ball over and they lose. Like it's written in the stars, but like
What were your thoughts on his reaction post game where he was essentially crying and then like had to be consoled by his teammates? Because I don't think that's a good look, personally.
Weird.
It's like he's like a 10-year-old being.
Yeah.
I think it's better than saying it's not his fault. Like I'll give him that. Like that's a step up. Like,
But how weird
I didn't do
would it
anything
have
wrong.
been? How weird would it have been though if they're 2-2 beating the Bills and the Chiefs? Like
That would be pretty wild. Also, Patrick Mahomes, Jay, you'll appreciate this. I think he cost bettors like $100 million total by sliding at the end of the game.
Oh yeah,
Because if he would have scored, then it would have covered the spread.
Yeah,
I think it was
cost me
7 or
$5.
8. Yeah, and so they ended up losing they lost by 3. So
I am
anyways,
never mad at a good football decision. That was a great one.
if you bet $1,000, would you be mad?
Well, I'm not betting. I'm not stupid.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I'm not betting $1,000.
I thought you were doing $1 million picks here, Jay.
Million. Well, I mean, you can title that, but I'm not putting that down.
All right. So before we go to some non-football, we got a preview. We got Niners at Cowboys next week, guys. And I'm looking at the schedule. That is by far the most intriguing, maybe the only fully intriguing game. We also have Buffalo and Jacksonville, which I think the Bills are going to kill them personally.
Yeah.
But Niners at Cowboys. My question to start is for the great Cody Clifton, resident 49er lover, Cowboys hater, lives an hour north of San Francisco. So who does he really love? We don't know yet. But my question for Mr. Clifton is, if the Cowboys win this game, what are your thoughts on them?
If the Cowboys win this game, I will believe. That's what I have to say. I will believe.
Okay.
And that
is the biggest compliment.
Honestly, because here's the thing, Mark, I love the Cowboys so much that it hurts every time that they disappoint me. And so it's kind of like a bad relationship where you've withdrawn, but you stay within the relationship, but you don't let anything they do hurt you anymore because they've hurt you so many times. And that's how my relationship with the Cowboys is. And I need them to come out and play well, but because the amount of crap that I will take from everybody else in my life in this area will be just tremendous, and I won't be able to show show my face at work, won't be able to show my face at church. I might just fall off the grid. I might not even be on the podcast next week because of the amount of crap I will take. So I need the Cowboys to show up and play well. I think the 49ers are a way better team, and I think they're gonna prove it, but I'm hoping the Cowboys play well. 35-14.
Jay?
I have worries, and I have worries for the Cowboys. Okay, I want to believe that this is why we failed against the Cardinals, is that we have been distracted for this Week 5 game against the Niners. Like, this is our focus. I feel like this is what our energy has really been put into. The Cowboys are going to need a Week 4 type Bills performance, offensively, defensively, put it all together for this week. The coaching has to be great. The decisions, everything. There's very minimal room for mistakes. And I don't know if we can do it, Mark.
No, we're not. The Niners are going to win this game by probably 30 points, if I was guessing. I also don't think the Cowboys defense is as good as we think it is, personally. We played 3 really bad, honestly, 4 really bad offenses. So It
We're gonna have to be flying to the ball every play
Mark,
because
this game is
every time every playmaker or every offensive player in the Niners is a playmaker. So like everybody has to be flying to the ball.
Mark, who
this
hurt
is
you, man?
this is in San Francisco.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are, I don't even know how to explain them. They're not that good. And
Oh my God.
the Niners are so good.
No.
They are stacked at every position. Their defense, dude, if our offensive line is not healthy, Bosa is gonna have a field day. Fred Warner is gonna have a field day. Armstead is gonna have a field day. Like, we can't run the ball against good teams. We can't throw the ball against good teams. Guess what the 49ers are, Jay? Say it with me. A good team.
I know you're
This is going to be a bloodbath. We're going to get embarrassed on national television.
Look,
We're done.
well, I don't know. I can't. I got not much rebuttal.
Yeah, you can't say anything because you know I'm right. So, anyways,
maybe not fully right, but
I'm right. Don't worry about it. Watch what happens.
Look, the Giants lost 30-12. That's what I got. Like, the Cowboys are no Giants.
Okay, well, the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals, and then
I know
the 49ers beat the Cardinals by 20 points. So then what? You add those up. The difference is there. That's at least 40. Maybe we lose by 40. Maybe it's 40-0.
Who hurt you, Mark? This is not the Mark I know and love.
That's fine.
Like, you should be. I want your blind optimism back because I
don't have any.
I bring the pessimism about the Cowboys, and the listeners are expecting you to come in and make them feel better about it, and we're just bringing them down.
I know,
Josh Dobbs.
Getting it from both of y'all.
Josh Dobbs is better than Dak Prescott. There, I said it.
Wow.
No. Look, Niners only 3.5 favorites.
You can buy his jersey at the team store now. So that, I don't care about betting, Jay. Like, who cares about that?
Honestly, Jay, though, that is a lower line than I thought. I will say that. Now the Cowboys sway lines because Cowboy fans bet so heavily on them.
Yep.
So they're teasing. They keep it closer than it probably should. But yeah, that is lower than I thought.
So take the Niners, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Niners all the way for sure. Yeah, they are 100% winning this game.
I will let you know what I decide.
Here's what I will say, because if the Cowboys win this game next week, like I said, I will be a believer. But we also got to remember the Niners are 4-0 and they're not going to go 17-0 more than likely. So this could be a slip-up game. So
there's
the logic we all needed.
No, you don't slip up on national television on Sunday nights against the rival that you've had since the early 90s. That's not the game you slip up on.
Excuse me, sir. I'd like to take you back to week 1, Sunday night. Aaron Rodgers runs out and immediately injures his Achilles. And then the Buffalo Bills slipped up and lost to Zach Wilson-led New York Jets. There is such a thing as slipping up on national TV Sunday night. Just want you to know.
Not to your longtime rival.
the Bills and Jets are not rivals? Come on now.
Well, are they really rivals? One has been a dumpster for they've never been good at the same time. Am I right? Like, exactly. Cove knows. She's like, yeah. They're both bad.
Even my baby is like, what is he talking about? She's looking at me like, what is Mark talking about?
Bah, bah, bah. All right, Cody, we're done talking about football now. Dame Lillard has finally been traded to the Bucks.
Yeah.
How many games are they going to win next year?
They're going to be a 60-plus win team. The scary part, or what's going to be so exciting about the Eastern Conference this year, is Drew Holiday got traded from the Bucks to the Blazers and then got traded from the Blazers to the Celtics. That means the Celtics have a starting 5 of Drew Holiday. Mind you, he's an all-star, like all-NBA type player. They added him to a roster of Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Kristaps. Kristaps Porzingis plays on the Celtics, in case you forgot. So now we got We got a top 6 of that versus a team with Dame Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who might be 2 of the 10 best players in the league. It might be the best 1-2 punch in the league, and they should fit seamlessly on offense. The defense, they need a stopper on the wings, but honestly, Giannis is so good on offense and defense, it might not matter. I'm excited for the conference showdowns that we're going to get between these two teams. Eastern Conference is going to be a lot of fun this year. But honestly, the Eastern Conference is so top heavy. The Western Conference might be the more fun league, but those two teams duking it out all year is going to be interesting.
Bucks, they're going to be a problem. And their defense, like you said, probably did take a little hit with the loss of Drew Holiday. Celtics did get better. However, Porzingis will play 30 games. So not super worried about him making that big of an impact. But I think when you add somebody like Dame Lillard, and he's, I don't know, 32 now, he's not the guy. Like, I think we can all agree he's basically had to be the guy his entire career in Portland. And he has CJ McCollum for a little bit, yes, or for a long time. You have Giannis, you have Middleton. He doesn't have to carry the load. He can chill out a little bit, and then he can be fresh when it's Dame time. Dame time. For the podcast listeners, I just pointed to my wrist. It's Dame time.
Dude, I am super.
It's a great trade for them. It's a great trade.
It was honestly a great NBA offseason. James Harden still is yet to be traded. So we'll see how that shakes out in Philly. But it's going to be an awesome NBA season. We're going to do a little bit longer of a preview at some point, but just want to give
Do we agree to that, Jay?
Yes, we're going to do one. And
after football season.
No, after football season.
That's when NBA season starts.
That's right.
February.
Yeah. There's nothing begins.
When's the mid-year tournament?
I actually don't know. I'm sure the schedule's out there, but at some point.
But nobody cares about it. That's the dumbest thing they implemented was a mid-season tournament. That means nothing.
Is nobody cares about it yet, but we'll see. But Damian Lillard, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, Pat Connaughton versus the Celtics. It's going to be a good. I think the first time they play is November 22nd is what I saw. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be a good season, and I'm happy for Damian Lillard that he went to a place. He didn't go to where he wanted, but he went to a winner that he turned into a finals contender on his own. So it's going to be fun.
Nice. All right. Well, Texas Rangers are leading 1-0 in the series against the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm feeling high on Rangers. That's where all my optimism has gone. Cody, let me tell you what's going to happen. Okay. The Rangers are playing at Tampa Bay, which is a terrible place to watch a game. I hate watching games there. I hate the cowbells. I hate the fact that they play in a trash bag of Tropicana Field, essentially. It's garbage. It's just so cheap looking. Anyways, we're going to sweep them. We win tomorrow. It's over. Actually win today, technically, because if you're listening to this, it is Wednesday the 4th. Then we sweep the Orioles, Cody. So now the Rangers have won 6 games in a row, and then we're going to sweep whoever comes out of the next, probably the Astros, definitely not the Twins, maybe the Blue Jays if they get out, but it doesn't matter. We sweep them, and then we sweep the Braves in the World Series. Then that's my prediction for the MLB playoffs. What do you think?
I think that I want whatever drugs you take, and I want them put right into my system. I will say, man, I'm excited about Evan Carter. I'm excited about the future for the Texas Rangers. I'm hesitant about the present, but that's only because they've hurt me so much this year. How do you lose the last game of the season when the division is on the line? It's just beyond me. Against a team who had nothing left to play for is just absolutely beyond me. And but today they look good, and we have the talent to take it all away. So if I'm not on board yet. If they get out of the wild card, I will be on board, and I will be full Give me Texas Rangers. So they gotta get out of the wild card first.
Are you worried about the Marlins because this is the third time they've made the postseason in a regular 162 game season, and the other 2 times they've won the World Series?
Do they have a Josh Beckett or a Livan Hernandez or Orlando Hernandez?
Isn't Sandy Alcantara still pit? Is he hurt?
Yeah.
I think he's hurt actually.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I'm not.
They're up 1-0 in the Phillies though. Does that mean anything?
No, the Phillies weren't that good. No, the Phillies weren't that good this year. They made the playoffs by default because the NL sucks.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. Jay, predictions?
You don't want my MLB predictions.
I do. I asked you. I care so much.
No.
Jay has the Pittsburgh Pirates 1-0.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I think I picked the Blue Jays, actually. Y'all had me pick something this year. I think I had the Blue Jays.
hey, at least they made the playoffs.
That's good. Alive.
That's good. Although they did lose to the Twins today. I think the Twins got their first playoff win in like 30 or years or something. Hey, what's up, Cove? Cody is showing his baby sleeping, passed out. Apparently we're boring. So thanks, Cove. All right. Well, Cove, Jay, give me a mailbag.
Mailbag. Oh man, why didn't you warn me this before? Because I think I actually have something.
It's more fun to put you on the spot. You get all flustered
doing this to me, Mark. And of course, my phone doesn't want to work for the freaking mailbag.
Why do you need your phone?
Because I had one written down, Mark. I had one written down.
What do you think it is?
I got an email to him.
What for you boys out there? What was the last competition you competed in?
I had a softball game on Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mark, what was the last championship you won?
The spring season, we won the championship.
Oh, dang. Oh, that's really recent. Cody?
Yeah, Jay, I'm confused about this because I play golf on a bi-weekly basis at this point. So,
well, I mean, you need to join some sort of tournament then.
Is that a contest? I mean, you need to compete. You're playing against yourself.
Yeah.
I'm playing with other people, and then we're trying to win. I'm trying to beat them.
You need to join the Santa Rosa.
Do you guys play Wolf?
We don't. I save that for you guys.
Santa Rosa Open, okay?
Yeah, that would be fun. I think if you want to talk about just straight up competition, I played pickup basketball maybe a month and a half ago. I don't know if you can really call what I did competing. I pretty much just ran 3-point line to 3-point line, but I was out there. That's for sure. I was out there.
It's always good when the 6'3" big body guy just sits at the 3-point line. That's where you need to be.
I would be scared to see Cody out on that field.
Exactly. But then you see him just standing there hunched over. So you're like, do I really need to worry about this guy? He's not gonna body me. He's too tired.
You did not have to worry about me bodying anybody anymore. I don't body. I run to the 3-point line. Somebody passes me the ball. If I'm open, I shoot, and if I'm not, then I pass. I move it on. I'm a ball mover. Baby.
All right, I like it.
Sounds real competitive.
Yep. All right. Well, great show, guys.
Hold on, Mark. My soccer team is.
Oh my God! This is why he asked
this season. All right. We play this Sunday, though. We do play the other undefeated team, so I'm pretty pumped. Let you know how the results are.
What time is the game?
It's something like 6 or 7. 6 or it should be one of those 2 times.
You're gonna miss the beginning of the Cowboys game, maybe then, huh?
If we win, it'll be worth it.
Okay.
Will it? It really will be worth it?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch this game against the Niners, guys.
Oh, you're scared?
Do you play goalie?
I do not. I kind of play more defense, but when we're on offense, I play right there in dead center. So, but I'll move up.
So are you a box-to-box midfielder then? Is that what you call yourself?
Sure, we'll call it that.
And I'll take the Cody version of soccer.
I've got quicker feet than Cody, though. I'll tell you that.
Whoa!
That is not true.
I will claim the better guy too. I'll go if he comes in with the ball, I'll take him on. I'll challenge him.
If he goes into your box,
Jay Bryan. I
If he
just
comes
want you
onto
to know.
my half of the field, I'm taking him.
Jay Bryan,
Take him down.
I want you to know that if there's more than 10 steps involved, yes, you have the quicker feet. But if there's less than 10 steps involved, there's no way you have quicker feet than me. There's no way.
I got
None.
you. I got you.
I got the fast twitch muscles, then they become slow after 5 steps. So
Cody, I worked none but quads last year.
that means nothing to me.
Yeah. What is that? What is quads?
Those are fast twitch fibers.
That means you fill out your pants better. Congratulations, Jay. You and your
I
big
definitely
butt.
fill out those pants better.
You and your big butt can watch me as I zoom past you, and then you can catch up.
Too quickly. All right. Well, good episode, guys. Everybody go follow us on Instagram. We'll have some clips popping out. They're gonna be dope. And be sure to just listen to the podcast so we can make money from Shiner, and then we can just quit our jobs and do this full time.
I like it.
So, all right. Well, until next week, we'll see y'all later.
Everybody go visit Jay's website. It's quadsforus.com. Quadsforus.com.
Make a donation.
Peace.
Peace.